down to Bathhouse Road. Gonna look for some people that I know. Where you gonna play? Well, I don't know. I'll be there soon, 'cause I'm gonna go.
Hi there, it's me, Victoria. Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit, you know, the videos where I cook are always weird. So, because I can't hold the thing and do the thing, right? So here we go. Okay, so today is day 19 of my Ruvi challenge. It's the my 30-day ThriveLife challenge with Ruvi. And these are the Ruvies that I have been drinking, 2 to 3 of these every day. And I'm still going strong on that, okay? My last video, I was supposed to do a live every day, is what I said I wanted to do, but I'm not holding myself, I'm not, you know, beating myself up about it. I said, you know, stuff happens, sometimes you can't do stuff. So, but I didn't fall off the wagon. I'm here to tell you I'm still going strong as far as my Ruvi goes. I got kind of all messed up because the air conditioner went out last Monday. Like, what's today? Today's Monday, so it was 7 days ago. And the first night I said, nah, I don't need to move to another room. You're gonna get it fixed tomorrow, they said, so I'll just stick it out. And then the next day, I wasn't feeling too hot. I don't do well in the heat, you know. And so the next day, I think I have everything I need here. They, no, I could use a spoon. The next day, the power went out around probably 11 in the morning, and I thought, oh good, finally, they're fixing it. That was what I thought. And came back on about an hour later. It was hotter than ever. And let me just tell you this. So the power came back on about an hour later. It was hotter than ever. I'm still waiting. I'm thinking, is it cooling off? Is it cooling off? I'm kind of wishful thinking is telling me maybe it is cooling off. Well then finally I had this tiny little USB fan. The only fan that I have that, I mean, I have a bigger fan in the camper, but it only plugs into the 12 volts, so I don't have an adapter for that. So that's the only fan I have. It's this big. I think it's called a 4-inch fan. So I set that up on my power bank and set it next to the bed so it was blowing right in my face, and I was just, I didn't feel good. So I laid down and fell asleep with that fan blowing on me. Some point, the power bank ran out of power. And I was kind of in one of those fever sleeps, if you know what I mean, where you're really uncomfortable, maybe sick, and you can't wake up. And you're aware of it, but you can't get up. And so, yeah, so finally I was able to get up. It was hot, it was so hot, and I was just drenched in sweat. And so, took me about an hour, because I finally, when I got up and I looked at the time, it was 7:30 p.m. No, it was 5:30. It was 5:30. And it took me about an hour to pack up a couple of things to take with me, and I was like, if I'd have known it was going to be this long, I would have just gone to the lake. This is insane. So I went out and I got in the camper, got it started. Oh, it was so hot. Got to the lake. By the time I got to the lake, I'd had enough cool air blowing on me from the windows and stuff that I could think again. And I thought, I didn't bring enough stuff with me. You know, my air conditioner doesn't work. My solar's not really working. I need somebody to help me fix these things. And I didn't really have the supplies I needed either, because I've been in the dorm all summer. So I was kind of like, well, so I just went and got in the water. I couldn't even find my bathing suit top. I swam in my bra. I thought, who cares? I'll just look a fat chick in a bikini. It doesn't even matter. And so I swam for a little bit. It got dark. I was sitting at the, I pulled out my chair and I opened, and I lit my citronella candle, and because there were bugs kind of starting to bother me, which is unusual for bugs to bother me like that, but look at my phone, and I just got an email like 10 minutes before, and I look and it says, this is the first time I find out what actually happened. There was a dump truck apparently hit something in Arkadelphia and knocked the power out to the whole campus. So the whole campus had no power all day, and that's why they weren't fixing the air conditioner. And so they said, but they had a room for me. So they put me in this. It's an apartment. I have a whole kitchen here, and believe it or not, today is the first day that I finally went out to the camper and got my skillet and decided I'm probably about to leave on Wednesday. It seems like maybe they're going to get the AC fixed over there. And so I thought, if I leave here without cooking something with this whole nice kitchen, I mean, there's even a dishwasher, y'all. A dishwasher. So if I leave without cooking anything in here, I'm really going to regret it. So here's what I'm going to show you how to do. So I've got my ThriveLife freeze-dried broccoli. And let me show you what it looks like. It's like stems and pieces, and maybe you wouldn't like that. Maybe, oh! Now it's all over the counter. I'll clean that up later. Maybe you wouldn't like that. For me, it's really perfect because I'm going to squish it and crush it anyway. It's got no teeth. Okay, so what I like to do with broccoli, and of course, look at that, all the big chunks fall out instead of the stuff, so I'm going to end up with powder in the bottom, which is fine. I'll make a smoothie out of it. So I like to crunch it down, crunch, 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 because really what I'm going to use it for in this recipe is basically just, protein from the, or whatever, from the broccoli and nutrients and whatnot. Okay, so then I've got carrots. These carrots, I kind of expected these to be like either dices or round slices, and I was you might like it that way, but I was pleasantly surprised to see it's more like this. Little tiny squares. So I like it. I think it's just perfect for my needs. So I'm going to put a couple of, maybe that's 2 teaspoons. Put that in there. This, by the way, this is my ingenious invention. It's an applesauce cup, I believe, or maybe peaches, I forget. The ones that you buy that, I don't have any with fruit in them. The little fruit cups. It's exactly a half a cup. So it's perfect for, stuff like this. So then I'm going to take the onions, which I got the diced onions. They do have, they call them slices or strips, I forget which. And they're just tiny little diced onion. I'm not going to put too much, just about that much. Oh, I wish I would have got this. Dang it, I just went over to the room in the heat, and I wish I would have grabbed my jalapenos. I had jalapenos over there. Oh well, I'm not going all the way over there now. Okay. So this is not quite full, so I'm going to add a little more broccoli. See if I can get some of that powder. Because I kind of really want a whole half a cup. Crunch it down. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Crunch it down. Crunch it down. Okay. Okay. So I take that, and this is just, this is what I bought some, what was it I bought in here? Parmesan cheese. This little container. I just held on to it for doing weird stuff like this. Okay, this is a little bit wet because I just washed it, so it's sticking in there. Okay, so I put a half a cup of those veggies in there. All right. Now I've got my chicken. The chicken is diced. It's a little bigger. I've been using it to make chicken salad, and I think from now on I'm gonna, the chunks are a little bit big for chicken salad. From now on, I think when I get ready to mix up my chicken salad, I'm gonna mash it a little bit with a fork. But anyway, I'm gonna go a whole half cup of chicken in here. Okay, I'm gonna put that in there. Now, this is what I've been doing to make my, I hope you can hear me okay. I'm turning on the water to get it warm. I could run some water through my coffee pot there and make it really hot, but you know what? It's really not necessary to be that hot. And I've got hot water in the tap here, so I'm just gonna run it for a minute, get nice and hot, okay? And I'm going to put in 1, 2, and I'm going to put it in there. And you can see it almost immediately start sucking up all that water. Almost immediately it starts sucking it up. Now, whoops, that's the wrong word. Now it might actually end up being a little bit too much water. And that's okay, because if it is too much water, then you just pour it off when it's done refreshing. That's what I'm doing, I'm refreshing them. So listen, warm water makes it expand with steam, so then I have to burp it. I wouldn't shake this, not in this container, just kind of like that, stir it up a little. So listen, what I'm gonna make here, usually I would use this and I would make chicken salad. But since I have this stove and I bought these blue corn chips, I thought, you know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna make myself some nachos, chicken nachos. So I'm gonna let this, oh, my hair's falling down. That's okay, let's let it go down. So I'm going to let that sit and refresh. And while that's refreshing, I'm going to get my Ruvi. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do Boost. This one, okay, the Boost, this is the orange one. And this one has in it banana, carrot, mango, peach, pineapple, butternut squash, kiwi, and orange. It's all freeze-dried. Excuse me. I think I got some broccoli powder in my throat. Anyway, it's all freeze-dried. I like this one when I have any kind of aches. You know, I'm not going to use the tap water. Well, I mean, technically this is tap water, but it's been sitting for a while in my container. So this is my secret to making sure I get a gallon of water to drink every day. And let me tell you something, it's not this full because I didn't drink my gallon today, because I did. I'm on my second gallon. Okay. Since I started using this jug and I marked it at first, but just using the jug, it's just so much easier. And I can pour it right out of that, but it splashes a little bit, so, okay. What I do in there is I filled it up to just about right there. Just about right there. And you definitely want to put your powder in on top of the water. Now, I've done it the other way on accident because I got excited before. And it's not a good idea because then you end up with powder stuck all over, you know, and you can't get it to mix up. Okay, so look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to pour that in there. This is my handy dandy Ruvi mixer. And, oh, it smells amazing. As soon as you open it, it just smells amazing. Whew, got pineapple. I can smell the pineapple and the mango right away. So, I like this one when I'm a little bit achy with my joints because I use turmeric and I use pineapple for joint pain already. And this is just a little extra. Okay, now see, here's something else that I do. I've learned this, is that before you just start shaking it, you want to kind of break that surface tension and let some of that powder fall down into the water. Because if you just start shaking it, again, you're going to get like clumps of powder up in the corners and stuff, right? So that's good, so now I'm going to shake it. And you notice the shake, I don't know if you saw, I forgot to mention, but it's got one of those little wire balls in there. So it shakes up really, really nice. Really nice. Alrighty, you know what I forgot to do? I was going to, because I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm not going to cook them on the stove. So I forgot to set the oven. So I'm preheating the oven. So I'm going to say that once the oven stops preheating, that's a word, whence, did you know that? Anyway, once the oven stops preheating and gets to 350 degrees, I am predicting that this is going to be refreshed. So, I have thought about making tacos. I have these little teeny tiny street taco corn tortillas, but they're really all broken and funky, and I couldn't make a pretty taco with them. So instead, I have these Herdez blue corn tortilla chips. And you know what? Also, most of the time, I would probably use an organic blue corn tortilla chip, which are not hard to find, Walmart, Kroger, wherever. But these were at the little store here in Arkadelphia. And the thing about blue corn, it's not sweet corn, so it's probably not GMO anyway, because pretty much the only corn that's GMO is sweet corn. It probably may have pesticides, but you know what? I'm going to pretend like I didn't think of that. Okay, so I'm going to take some of these and I can let you see what I'm doing here. Putting them in this cast iron skillet. Okay? And I'm just going to layer them in here. Not too many. I don't want to overeat. That's why you know what I like? That's what I like so much about this. It's not going to be enough that I'm going to overeat. I can measure out just exactly what I want. Okay, so I made a nice little layer there. Oh, that's so loud. I hope you can hear me. I made a nice little layer here of my chips. See there? Whoop, you can't see. See there? Blue corn chips. Aren't they pretty? And I am going to, I guess I'm waiting for the preheat to finish, so I guess I'll just drink my Ruvi. Look at that beautiful color. Now all the different ones, the different flavors, you know, they all kind of mix up a little bit differently, okay? So like the red one, this one has Fuji apple, tart cherry, carrot, raspberry, butternut squash, strawberries, beets, and tomatoes, and it's all red. And I have noticed that it tends to be clumped up in there, which is okay, it doesn't matter. And so I just kind of work it a little bit. Let me see. The green one is almost never clumpy, and it mixes up the easiest of all. The green one has grape, Fuji apple, banana, zucchini, cucumber, Granny Smith apple, spinach, and kale. I usually will do the Ruvi clean, it's called. I usually like to do that as my last Ruvi of the day, especially if I ate something maybe I shouldn't have eaten, because it helps, you know, push all that out. But today I had my Ruvi clean this morning because it was the only one I had left, and I was too lazy to walk all the way across the street to go get more. So I went and got more, and since I already had my clean, I went to have this one because I've walked a lot today and my hip is hurting a bit in my knee, so that's why I'm doing that. It is so good. It's so yummy. Okay, I don't have any, whoops, man, I just keep dropping everything. I'm such a klutz. So I don't have any jalapeno. I mean, I have a whole can that I haven't even opened, and I really was looking forward to using my jalapenos, but I'm not walking all the way over there. Anyway, but I do have Cajun. And if you've seen any of my other recipe videos, you might have seen me raving like a lunatic about Cajun. It has one of those little thermometers on it where it tells you how hot it is. And look, can you see that? It's just mild. It's just mild. But I mean, it just gives it a nice little zing, you know? And I love this stuff. It has, I don't know if I can read it. I think I've read it to you before. Whew, that's tiny. It has chili peppers, sea salt, citric acid, which is from dehydrated lime juice, and silicone dioxide, which is not horrible, but it just keeps it from caking. And then it says no artificial colors or flavors. So it's pretty good stuff. I like it. I put it on everything I can think of to put it on. So if you heard that, see, it's perfect. Here's the chicken, refreshed. Look at that. Just squish it, just like a piece of chicken. Broccoli, nice and squishy. So yeah, it's perfect. Okay. So I'm going to put a little Cajun in there. Okay, I'm putting a lot, but you don't have to put that much. Okay. And then I'm going to put some black pepper in there because it's really good for you. I try to put black pepper on everything. Well, not everything, but obviously. But I try to put black pepper on something at least once a day. And it says it has sea salt in it. Maybe I won't bother. Okay. So then I'm going to take my spoon, I'm going to stir it up. And you know what? There is a little bit of extra water that maybe I don't want all that extra water. So I'm going to, honestly, you know what? If I wasn't filming this, I'd probably drink that extra water. Because look at all those nutrients that are in there. So maybe you want to be careful, you know, not to get too much extra water. But I don't want my chips to be too soggy. So, okay, so I got rid of that extra water, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle this on here like so, make it kind of even. Now you saw how long it took to refresh this meat and vegetables, right? So, I mean, literally no time. Just the length of time it took for the oven to preheat. So there, that was pretty awesome. And, okay, there's a little bit of water. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. It'll probably help a little bit. Like I said, I don't have any teeth. Okay, so put that in there. Now then, now you could probably get some of this stuff, you know, in your, I'm pretty sure there's bacon in the ThriveLife, and I know there's cheese, but I don't have any, so I'm not going to use those. Can you imagine freeze-dried cheese that sits on your shelf 25 years and it's good for 25 years sitting on your shelf? That's amazing. So anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and put some of this cheese. This is Full Circle Market. It's from, not Harps, what's the name of that grocery store? Brookshire's. It's from Brookshire's. That's their brand. So this is organic Mexican style finely shredded cheese. Shred your own cheese. It's so much cheaper. I buy this because I'm lazy and I have very little space, and I don't like to wash my let the air out when you're putting the thing back in. I don't like to wash my my cheese shredder because I don't have a lot of water in the camper. I don't carry a lot of water with me, so I try to reduce those kind of things. But if you're in your house, it's no big deal. Now, if you're in your van, you might probably already know that. Okay, so then I'm going to put some This is not really great. It's Hormel real bacon bits, but I like to put bacon on stuff. This is the desiccate package. Do not eat it. I don't know why they put that on there. But then again, you know, what was it, last year, year before, kids were eating Tide Pods, so I guess you gotta tell them. So I'll put some bacon on there. I'm a little heavy on the bacon. And you know what? I'm gonna put some more Cajun on there because I like it so much. All right. So I've got all that put together, and now I'm just gonna put it in the oven. It's nice and hot because I preheated it. Whew, that's hot. And I'm gonna let that cook. Not cook. You know, it's all cooked. What I'm letting it do is melt the cheese, and that's it, right? So then I have a plate. I don't know if I'll even bother. Why use the plate? Maybe I won't use the plate. I don't know. So I got my plate, and I got my handy fork. Okay, and I'm gonna put it over here. You know what? I should have put this stuff away, but this is just some empty, like, shopping bags that I have here. Okay. So, you know, while you're waiting for that cheese to melt, you clean up a little, right? Bacon back. I'll put these veggies back in the cabinet. I'm almost out of the chicken. Cinnamon that I dropped back in the cabinet. Drink this so I don't overeat. I forgot to say, you know, the Ruvi has got 4 servings of fruits and vegetables in it. 4 servings of fruits and vegetables in it. Isn't that amazing? And it's all freeze dried. They call it Nutri-Lock. And then I'll wash that. Got some Herdez roasted salsa verde that I'm going to put on top. And you know what else I like to put on top? Yogurt. Now some people, they don't get it, but yogurt and sour cream are so close to the same thing. This is just plain Greek yogurt that, to me, I can't even tell the difference in taste. So if I was to buy sour cream, you know, if I was to buy sour cream, what would I put it on? I mean, I guess technically I could probably eat the sour cream the same way I eat the yogurt, where I just put in some honey and some cinnamon. But doesn't that seem weird? And I'm so glad that Oikos finally started doing these individual servings of plain yogurt. Or maybe they've always done them and I just couldn't find them in my store. But lately I've noticed that I can find them. So I'm going to put a couple of spoons of that on there, and then I'll put in my honey and my cinnamon and have it for dessert. So there's that. And then I've got this Party Favorites Pico de Gallo. This has got, I think this has a little bit of pepper in it. Maybe not. It doesn't really look like it. It's like bell pepper. Anyway, it's got, you know, tomatoes and onions and cilantro, little bell pepper, it looks like. And I've been buying this lately because I've been buying salad mix. And, you know, I live in a camper, or I live in a dorm right now. Not this pretty dorm with the whole kitchen. So this way I can just throw a handful of that on top of my salad, and it's like I just, you know, chopped up a bunch of vegetables and put them on my salad. So I'm really liking that. It's a really easy thing for me to do. Let's check on this. It looks like it's all melted. You know what I forgot to do? I don't have a pot holder. And I have all my stuff in the laundry, so I don't even have a towel. I'm gonna have to go find some sort of a piece of cloth. I'll be right back. Well, looky here, I found a shirt that I forgot to put in the laundry. I'm going to be really careful not to get anything on it. See, this is what you call ingenuity. Using a shirt to take something out of the hot oven. Okay, boom, there it is. Didn't get anything on it, looks great. Turn off the oven. Okay, don't forget to turn off the oven. Throw that there. Okay, now you can see the cheese is all melty. Did you see that? It's all melty, okay? So now I'm just gonna put a little bit of my pico de gallo on there. And a little bit of my yogurt on here. Just top it on top. Now, if I had avocado, I'd be putting avocado on here, but I ate my last one yesterday, so I really need to go to the grocery store. Put that on there. And I'm going to take that a little bit. Put a little bit of this Herdez salsa on here. Not too much, just a little. So that is medium, you know. That is so yummy. Look how pretty that is. Is that not pretty? Let's see if I can get a little taste here. Try to get a little bit of everything in there, right? I'm fixing a feast, y'all. I have to get off here. So, thanks for joining me. Check out my page, Victoria on the Road on Facebook. Click like, click subscribe, all those things. Peace. I'm Victoria.
I say, yeah, I put a 20 in my tip jar. I know where I'm headed now. When I'm done, I'll take a big old bow. Ow, ow. Find a penny, pick it up. All the day you'll have good luck. Pennies won't get me where I need to go. Say, hey, little girl, you'll go far. I say, yeah, put a 20 in my tip jar. Buskin' down Bathhouse Road, buskin' down Bathhouse Road, buskin' is where I'm gonna go, down Bathhouse Road.